little ramble here on Michelle Sandoval continually saying in public records, at meetings, and other locations, I'm sure, that you guys just don't want change. So the people that are upset with Morrow lying about his contract, or, letting women get beat in the streets, letting one group in the back, violating open meeting laws, justifying our assault with the Q&A, the stuff with the golf course, the stuff with the pool, anything that Morrow's doing that people are upset with. Sandoval's wrapped up in this nice little package called, "You guys don't want change, see? We're all about change." And then Faber's like, "Change! We're all about the change! You guys don't want change because you're chuds and you're maggots." I got called that last week. Maggots. You're bigots and Nazis and TERFs, and you just don't want change because you're old school. Good. Breaking news. If you're talking about the conservatives and the liberals you don't like, and, well, folks like me. Okay, that's exactly what they want. They want change. What you're providing is the same old thing. The same liberals, the same bigots, the same fascists that don't like diversity, that don't like lesbians that they don't agree with, that don't like conservatives, that don't like evangelistic Christians, that don't like liberals like Julie or liberals like Amy. They like who they like, and that's the change we want to happen. Okay? We want the kind of change where you stop being pro-development. You stop throwing money at things where your brain can really engage, that perhaps the 1,000-year-old septic pipes all around town, sewage pipes, are going to break and mush, and all the sewage is going to go into the bay. Perhaps some thinking. Okay, so it's not that we just don't want change. So we want corruption to stop. We want you to stop pretending on things like Homeward Bound what you thought it would work. Oh, come on. My first day in real estate, I would know that wasn't going to work, to barge over a stinky, moldy building with old electric and put it on some lot and make housing and then keep throwing $1.4 million Homeward Bound your buddies. And then you're going to sell it to Bayside, and then some deal on there and venture capitalists. And, I can see you. So when Sandoval's out there, yipping and yapping that you guys just don't want change, she's not bringing any change. The only change they're talking about is the change we want is take the golf course and put a bunch of houses on it. And then across the street, we're gonna make sure everybody's sick, and we're gonna get the affordable housing. We're gonna keep them poor, and then we're gonna have this healthier together across the street, so that everybody can get big pharma, big hospital, big drugs, big physical therapy, and we're gonna call it a pool and fun for everybody, but you're not gonna be welcome there, say, because you don't like change, right? And if you're talking about the trans issues, they don't like the trans because it's change. Hello. Old school dyke here. People who consider themselves trans or cross-dressers or all that have been around for like 1,000 years, right? My entire life and before. So, I mean, come on, right? And you look at some of these politicians' wives that, they obviously, cross-dressers, whatever. So it's not that now it's like they don't want the change to allow trans. No, it's nothing to do with change. What they want is change. They want you to listen to them. And perhaps like the KPTG blah, blah, radio building, perhaps put a conservative nonprofit in there. Perhaps allow some different think and some diversity into the government and nonprofit monopoly in Port Townsend. When Sandoval says that we're resistant to change, it means she wants nothing to change. So she's talking, she wants change, but in a physical way. So she wants to take all the cool and groovy things out of Port Townsend and then put up, urbanism and build, mansions or house the golf course. And the kind of change that she's talking about is like buildings, like mental health industrial complex, big health care, big stuff like that. And she's not talking about like real change that matters to real people. Because to change things around here, it'd be city council would obey the law. Nonprofits would obey the law. nonprofits and city council and all of these people out there in their group thing wouldn't yell in the street, no hate here, while they're hating you. They wouldn't yell, we want human rights for all, while they're stripping us of human rights, shutting down our speech. City council wouldn't be okay with that and gaslighting us. They wouldn't be so rabid and hate Republicans, Democrats, Christians, pagans, witches, evangelical Christians, people across the board because of our belief that's different than theirs. Okay, that's what we want to change. It's not about, oh, we're all boomers and we just can't stand change. I mean, that's what she's kind of whining. Well, it's not true. We want change like the first cannabis business in town doesn't go to her family, where she stops puppeting Morrow and Faber and Diamante and Paul Rice and all of her little, minions that she got in there to do stuff. And, to have some change where you bring in diversity in Port Townsend. I mean, my goodness, you got some incredibly intelligent conservatives here that aren't, far right. That's ridiculous. But then they think, me, a witch, whatever, lesbian witch, whatever is far right. So I don't even know what far right is. But I wish like city council had 12 people. I wish it had 4 conservatives and 4 liberals of the mind that's there now, the hive mind, whatever. And then 4 people that are like, politics, have some diversity in city council, have some change. And so in Sandoval, she's getting big mad. She's like, it's everybody's land. Well, yeah, it is. So why not leave it open and let everybody be on it? Why do you want to destroy it? And then why do you want to yell at, presumably, the conservatives that you don't want change? But then you do it to Julie and you do it to all these different liberals that disagree with you as well. So it's your town, your property, your way or the highway. And that would be so cool if you were like cool, but you're not. So you ran out all the buskers, right? You destroyed the trees downtown. You put in that whale thing and then you fence it and you make it as ugly as possible. You rip out the stage that was down there that people used all the time. People dance and play and laugh in the streets of Port Townsend, and y'all evil, like some night out of a fairy tale, the evil queen and her army stripped everything good of downtown. All the buskers, the cool and groovy people, they don't like them. Libby Winstrom and Faber, I've seen in public records where they don't like hippies, right? They don't like healers. It's real. My life is real. I've healed people with energy. I've helped people dissolve cancer. I do energy healing, herbal healing, homeopathy. Everything is frequency. There's a cure for everything. You can keep denying it all you want, and I can keep living it. Okay, so for you to keep just favoring one sector of society, which is big government and big pharma with all of your ideas, it's not that people don't want Healthier Together or the new aquatic center that you want the whole county to pay for and the golf course change because they don't want change. Okay, change would be to do a pool in every town. Change would be to care about things that matter to regular people and not just your industrial complex. Okay, so Sandoval can keep pissing and moaning and throwing whatever fits she wants about her town, right? And what we're going to do here at City Hall, and you don't want change, but that's exactly what we want. And it starts with Sandoval shutting the fuck up. And I say that because that's what she put in her email. She published an email, sent it as a public comment that someone sent her telling her, come on, your time of terror is over. She wants to keep following through with things and monkeying around and telling me, well, Morrow's good and Morrow had a lot of things he did good during the pandemic. Call him bullshit on that. You know how many businesses left during the pandemic? Morrow didn't do good by this community. He just listened to the god of the health wars. Poison everybody, run them out of business. Who cares? I get unemployment. I get $200,000 a year. Then we're going to get money to buy this and money to buy that and money to buy this. And all our friends are going to get money and we don't care. And Sandoval comes down to, they just don't want change, you see. They just don't want change. Call him bullshit on that. Call him bullshit on that, Sandoval.